is a rip-off. This is a rip-off. We're not kidding. Yeah, but seriously, we're not kidding here.
What happened to Gregg?
Oh, he recently made a bet. He lost. Sucker. In fact, why don't we check on how that's going right now?
Oh my god, Gregg!
Yay! I could watch that all day.
Can a short person talk down to a taller person?
Depends on how high the stepladder is, but it is entirely possible. In fact, I once talked down to Gregg. It worked wonderfully. Right up until the point where he called down a gigantic meteor from out of the sky and blew the ladder out from under me. By the way, did you know that third-degree burns hurt even more when they're accompanied with bruises given to you by meteorites sized about the same size as a bed? Don't fuck with Gregg.
When lightning strikes the ocean, why don't all the fish die?
Simple. They've had so much practice dodging it. You see, not a lot of people notice, but fish are a lot more intelligent than we give them credit for. And when they're babies, one of the first things your parents show them, whether or not they like it, is how to dodge electricity. They can swim incredibly fast when they want to. Incredibly fast. So fast, in fact, that it's a wonder we ever catch them. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, if they're so intelligent, why is it that they all fall for the classic worm on a hook trick whenever we go fishing out in the pond? The answer is, they're all bulimic. They're all bulimic, intelligent, fast fish. I don't know how that makes sense any more than you do, but it's true. I looked it up myself.
If corn oil is made from corn and vegetable oil is made from vegetables, then what is baby oil made from?
Is it so obvious? It's made from kittens. Wonderful, cute, fuzzy kittens that they collect in large baskets, bring them to a refinery, pound the living shit out of them, take the pulp, refine it, and turn it into baby oil. While we're waiting for the next question to get loaded, let's go back and see how Gregg is doing. Sure, it's not going all that well.
I claim him. No, you cannot claim him. He belongs to me and only me. No. No, he's mine. You can't have him. Never.
You know, seeing that bastard gets tortured makes my day every time.
You'll be one with Russia, yes?
Da, comrade. Da.
Please tell us about your cloister.
It has a very, very hard shell and a very, very soft inside. And sometimes the shell gets particularly hard, and it's a very, very horny shell. And occasionally, when you go inside, it uses a spike cannon up to 5 times in a row.
Cloister.
What is your favorite car?
As long as it has you in it and is either on fire or falling from a very, very long distance above the ground, any car will do.
If a cannibal was on death row, could he ask for the last guy who was electrocuted for his last meal?
Yes. In fact, this is one of the most common last meals that cannibals ask for. Next up on the list are, of course, the lethal injection ones. Also, we have the ever classic hangings. Some of the more sick ones like that because, well, they like the kind of crunch and chew thing with the bones still being intact and all. Overall, though, I'd have to say that the electrocution one has found a lot of favor, particularly when it goes wrong and the person gets roasted. They like that little crunchy outer texture thing. So do I, actually.
What's worse than 1,000 dead babies nailed to a single tree?
1,000 live babies nailed to a single tree. That or one live baby nailed to 1,000 trees.
If white is all the colors, and black is the absence of all colors, then what is gray?
Gray is the rejected offspring of white and black. A long, long time ago, white and black decided it would be a great idea to get together and see what would happen if they got down and dirty. The result was gray. He was a complete asshole and retarded like you would not believe. And he also had this weird habit of rejecting people and accepting people in the similar way that he accepts colors and rejects colors, making him incredibly color discriminatory. As a result of this, the parents instantly disowned him and kicked them out of their home. And now, to this day, Gregg wanders the streets alone, hungry and cold, regretting ever having been born, the way everybody else does. Kind of like Gregg right now. In fact, wonder how many people are scoring him now. Sucker.
If a tree falls down on a baby in the forest and no one is around to see or hear it, is it still hilarious?
The answer to your question is yes. Of course it's hilarious. All the trees laugh at it incessantly. In fact, it's just making me think about this. It's making me all giddy inside. I'm gonna need a moment. Okay, now that I've gotten over the... Right, where were we?
Chicken.
Turkey!
Kitty.
Banana!
42.
56.
95.
1 billion.
Fish.
Calamari.
Katamari.
Don't even start with me.
Cloister. What do you think of the Toyota Prius?
Well, personally, I think it represents absolutely nothing more than an overpriced plastic car for old people in Florida and has done absolutely nothing for the environment. I mean, if you think about it, all the pollution that is put out in the attempt to make this car as eco-friendly as possible, it doesn't mean anything's really been changed about the environmental pollution put out by this car. Toyota has only managed to accomplish the feat of moving the polluting gases from the tailpipe of the car to the factory. And honestly, if you're going to spend that much money on a car, why don't you just work on making battery technology work better? I mean, for crying out loud, it can't be that hard. You're pouring millions and millions and millions and millions and millions into developing this little plastic thing that isn't even that particularly good, not that particularly economical. I can name several diesel cars that will outperform it for not much of a difference in price. In fact, quite a few of them are much cheaper, and the only reason you can't buy them in the US is because Volkswagen is lazy. I'm not favoring brands, by the way. And furthermore, I mean, what does it really do differently? If you're really desperate for something small and economical, just go buy a Yaris or a Fit. What, not all the answers have to be comical. This is that other guy with the glasses, saying there's no such thing as a stupid question until one of you dipshits asks it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I want to see Gregg suffer some more.